do we have to make disciples in a church? Is it completely necessary to disciple somebody? What goes on outside of there?
No,
What's
it's
for
not
the
completely necessary to disciple someone within your own church, within your local congregation. Now, is it a great place to start? Absolutely, it is. If
well,
you're
yeah,
if you're new to disciple people, don't go to Memphis and try to make believers because you're going to get beat up, right? I mean, I'm speaking metaphorically, but there's a lot of truth to that too. If you yourself have not been trained and don't know your word, it's almost going to be a fool's game to go try and make disciples because you're not going to understand the situation. You can't go into making disciples and teaching people the ways of Christ and be lighthearted, and you have to be sold out to it. You
Yeah.
have to be willing to put in the work, to put in the time, to put in the study, just like if you're going to get a degree, because you can't go reach them with something you don't have. And if you don't got Christ, you obviously can't go reach them because you don't know him yourself. But
Mm.
that first step is you got to know Christ. You need to be disciples yourself, whether it be through a mentorship. I got a friend. I got a good example of this. I got a friend who got saved. I had the opportunity to lead him to Christ. I had the opportunity to baptize him. And right now I'm doing basically a 2-year study with him with the Bible and things. I'm a one-on-one personal discipleship with him. And that's just one example of it, right? But at the same time, and that started outside of my church. He actually has now joined my church, but it started just because we used to be friends back in the day. Had nothing to do with my church, other than my church was praying for him.
Yeah.
And this is a guy who was going to commit suicide. And he
mm,
called me and one of my friends one night and said he was done. And I basically basically looked down and said, "You tired of doing it your way?" And he's like,
Mm.
yeah, I am. I said, "Well,
yeah,
good. Let's try it God's way now." And the
Amen.
rest was history. But to your point, it started outside of the local congregation.
Yeah.
And he got saved at a judgment house, and he gave his life to the Lord at Chick-fil-A about an hour later. So
That's awesome. I feel like it is important. Like a lot of the people that we try to reach as Christians in this Great Commission, we're not going to find them at church. We're not going to find them in the pews. We try to drag them into church like the church is going to save them. But relationships, building relationships, and leading people and showing them, hey, these are the fruits of the Spirit that I exhibit that I've learned following Jesus. We have to relate in our vocation, in our lifestyle, in video game. John, you play video games. Josh, you play
that's
too?
right.
No, I'm not a big yes, okay.
Well, I mean, but you guys are musicians too. Everybody here is a musician. We all play an instrument of some kind, but we can connect with people, use that as a means to make a connection. And then through that connection, we'll be like, hey, I see you playing that guitar. Man, I play at my church. Let me tell you about what Jesus has done in my life. We start from the start, where Jesus intersected us and made that change, why he changed it. And that's
Yeah.
the barrier we have to break, where it starts.